hello, Dharam. Nice to see you again, and I'm really happy to be part of your video series about program management and PGMP. So today I have a question to you, and maybe you can comment a little bit with that. I hear from some people, who consider to become a program manager, but then, they argue in their organization, maybe we are not so mature and we do not this and that. So the question is what they ask, how do I tell my boss that he needs program management and a program manager? Do we have a similar experience that people ask this question?
Yeah, Thomas, thank you very much once again. It's a real pleasure working with you. And, we have been doing this for some time, and I'm feeling very excited to, work in this kind of format and working with you like a very learned person who was PMI board member and conduct, you're part of, you're actually PMI Frankfurt president. So all these credentials. So it's a real privilege to work with you. And excited, always excited to see you. So today's question, yes, very exciting question and a very interesting question. So when I look or talk to people, sometimes they say, look, Dharam, we don't have a program manager role in our organization. And they don't understand. Nobody talks about program management. Yes, we have project manager, we have portfolio manager, we have several other roles, but they are not talking about program manager, program management as a area of expertise. And you can look at some of the construction industry. So they are running multi-billion-dollar programs, or they're building an airport, they're building big highways, hospitals, but they still call them as project manager or project management. Yeah, so in general, it's okay to call project manager or project man, but one thing I think they don't understand why they still call them project manager, because they don't understand the importance of program manager or program management as a discipline. So we, as a program manager, we need to highlight this to our boss. Look, really, we can do this as a project, but in PMI, from PMI as a project management institute, they, according to them, whenever we are running multiple projects, interdependent projects, and manage and doing for a common outcome and realizing benefit, that's actually a program. So while projects you can deal with multiple projects, but we really need to have special skills to do manage some of the larger programs. Okay, because we need to have interdependency management, and we need to understand how this particular component as a project is going to give that output or outcome, which we will be able to compile to or see as a full package of the benefits. So the stakeholders or the sponsor or sponsoring organization, they are investing huge money, sometimes billions of dollars, and they like to see how their money is actually utilized and giving them the benefit they were expecting. So most of the organization, when they talk about business case, they do talk about benefit. This is what we like to see. This is what the justification we have. This is the change we like to see. But down the track, they focus more on delivery, get the work done. And when somebody asks them, did we realize the benefit? Nobody was measuring the benefit. Nobody was, worrying about, yes, there are some work happening, transitioning effectively and sustaining the benefit. So these are some of the key competencies for a program manager. Some project managers do have, but that's a kind of a hero. Anybody who has learned or done some larger projects, they learn. But as a program manager, you learn this discipline from PMI, standard from program management and examination content outline. They talk about strategy alignment. They talk about the benefit management, stakeholder engagement. They talk about the governance. All these disciplines are really required in some of the larger programs. Whenever they are running multiple projects, definitely they should consider having a role as a program manager. Okay. So just to give you an example, I joined an organization in Gold Coast back in 2009, 2010. So the work was huge. Work was to look at, it's about basically in preparation for Commonwealth Games. Commonwealth Games are conducted in one of the UK-based country. So it was kind of a turn for Australia to host those events in 2017, 2018. So here in 2009, kind of preparation work going on. So the main work was to see when the events are happening, we will have uninterrupted communication throughout the games. So with that, what that means is you have to see the towers, the communication towers sitting on the buildings, how sustainable they are, how the whether the buildings are going down or renovations happening, stadiums has to be renewed. So all this work. So I did talk to my manager. Look, this is actually not just a project; it's a huge program. And why don't you call this role as a program and give me title as program manager? So one simple answer from him was, look, Dharam, we know it's a program, but moment we make it a program manager role, we have to pay you more.
No. But maybe it's a benefit with that, that you pay him more because he has a greater value for the organization.
Exactly. So that differentiates you immediately, just a project manager versus program manager. Moment they give you a role as a program manager, you can expect to see better salary for yourself.
Yeah. So let me share, when I first got into the role of being a program manager, and actually it was a investment bank in Frankfurt, which ran a bunch of projects, and 5 of them were run by IBM, so contracted by IBM. So we had 5 project managers in that compound, and the clients started to complain, that these guys have different areas in the investment banking thing, and they don't talk to each other really, and they don't share resources, and it all doesn't fit together. But there's IBM, you should make it happen that it all is integrated. So, and exactly then I was asked to go into that situation and say, and be the program manager. So it was not called program manager, but I was the guy who had to fix things, and make the client happy. So I went in, and to be honest, I didn't know anything about investment banking. I didn't know anything about the technology used there. It was highly sophisticated and expensive. But what I quickly grasped was the culture of that. Investment bankers, they don't care about money, you would say, because they care about speed, So if you have a project, they want to have it delivered in time. And if it costs a little bit more, that's not a big deal, But it also has to be in quality, because, if you invest a lot of money and you make a mistake here, that also has a big impact. So quality and time trumps cost. Yeah.
Yep.
Obviously, to traditional wisdom, you might have that investment banker are all about money. So what I did really is, and I was very much appreciated by that client, because I brought together the deliverables from these teams, and I was able really to establish some standards to be more efficient, and I also was able to present to the client a more coherent picture, and as IBM as a partner of them, so that they gave us a little bit more trust and a little bit more business. So this was the year 2001 actually, and we had the .com crisis. Everything went down, and I was the only guy in the IBM banking interface that made profits, in this year. And this was really due to the fact, I didn't know nothing about the projects, and I didn't care about them. All I cared is, to integrate the stuff, to look what the client wants, to make sure the communication is there, and to make sure that we don't contradict each other. So this is the basic thing of stakeholder engagement. It's a thing of a joint strategy development. Integration of the components and delivering benefits.
Yeah, perfect. So so it's if you are a PMO head, or maybe a company running a company, you should look at the like a reason why you should be hiring or creating a role for a program manager. So to me, this is going to be one of the most desired role in coming days. A lot of people will like to hire program manager because now they know why a program manager can help their organization to realize the benefit which were not available when they were working on individual projects.
Right.
So it's going to be a booming area, Thomas, I think, and a lot of company going to struggle to get the right program managers with the right attitude, right learning, and especially the certified PGMPs. So, I am here, and you yourself a PGMP, and I've done my PG. I've seen many PGMPs so far. I got 268 PGMPs from 39 countries. So, and it's growing. I know wherever I'm going, a lot of people are joining the program, and I'm proud to see that the numbers are growing, and people are learning and then getting better jobs. So yeah, thanks for your insight, and it was lovely talking with you. So we can be approached. So guys who are watching, please feel free to contact us, Thomas and myself, and we'll be more than happy to guide you. If your organization like to know why we should be having a program manager role, we'll let you know why and guide you on, create a role for you if you don't have. And if you are a program manager, then see how can you improve yourself and to be fit in such organization which are going to be it's a booming area. So thank you, Thomas, and thank you very much. It's a pleasure working with you, and can't wait for next session.
It's been a pleasure, Dharam. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye bye.